Now we're going to look at some special logarithms. The first special logarithm that we're going to look at is called a common logarithm. And this is a base 10 logarithm. So this, think of like when we write the 1x. Okay, we don't write a 1 in front of x. Or if we had x to the first power, we don't write the first power. It's understood. It's the same idea with this base. When we have a log base 10 of some number, we don't write the base 10. We would just say log of whatever that number is. It's implied. Okay, so log without a base is understood to be a 10. So for example, if I was asked to evaluate log of 100, let's try doing this mentally. Remember, this means log base 10. So when we're thinking about this, 10 to what power equals 100? So again, 10 to what power? That would be a square. So this would be log of 100 equals 2. Okay, log of 100 equals 2. Now, because common logarithms are common, we can use our calculators to help us evaluate these. So on my calculator here, and these are even on your cell phone calculator, so if you tilt your cell phone calculator to the side, it will show you log. Okay, so on our graphing calculator though, it's next to the number 7, and it says log, log. Now notice this log doesn't have a base. That's because it's understood to be 10. So if I type in the log of 100, I am going to close out the argument because it puts parentheses in the calculator just to make sure we know what number's in the argument. Notice this is going to say 2, just like we got mentally. So log base 10 of 100 is 2. Now why is this useful? Because we can't always calculate every log base 10 mentally. So for example, if I had log of 250, now I could sit here and think about all the powers of 10. 10 to the first is 10, 10 squared is 100, 10 cubed is 1,000, but I don't get 250. I know it's between 2 and 3, but I don't have an exact answer. So I'm going to have to get an approximate answer using my calculator. So we're going to type in log of 250. Now it will work if you forget to close out the parentheses. It's just a good habit to get into. And notice we said it was between 2 and 3. 2.39794, blah, 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 blah. So we are going to round this to 3 decimal places. So we're going to say 2.39, that 7 is going to go up to 8. So 2.398 is the approximate value for the log of 250. Okay, so that is our first special type of log. It's the base 10 log. Now, our second special logarithm is called the natural logarithm. And this comes from our natural base, which is e. Remember, e is about 2.712. Okay, so our natural base e, that number we learned with our interest formulas, that is our base e logarithm. Now, instead of writing log base e of some number, we don't do that. Instead, we use ln. Okay, so the letters ln, so natural log. I'm not quite sure why it's backwards, but natural log ln. Now, because my L oftentimes looks like a 1, I tend to use a cursive L to make sure that I know that it's the natural log of x. Okay, and this is the notation we're going to be using, natural log of x. So on number 15, if I want the natural log of 89. Now, I can't do this mentally. E to what power equals 89? I have no idea. I know it's 2 point something to something, but I'm not exactly sure. So what we can do is we can go to our calculator. Again, this is a special logarithm. It's on our calculators and it's on your cell phone. And if you look next to the number 4, it says ln. Notice that e to the x is above it. Notice on the log, 10 to the x is above it. That's because those are inverses. So ln, and then we're looking for the natural log of 89. So we're going to type in 89, close out the parentheses, hit enter, 4.48863, so on. So again, we're going to round to 3 decimals. So 4.489, 4.489 is the approximate value for the natural log of 89. Okay, so now let's look at number 16. What if we have the natural log of e to the 5th? Now, on first glance, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know what e to the fifth is. That's true, I don't either. But I think we might be able to do this one mentally. Let's try it. This is saying e to what power? Remember, the natural log's base is e, equals e to the fifth. Well, we can see that right there, that e to the fifth would have to equal to the e to the fifth. So the natural log of e to the fifth would just be 5. But let's double check it with our calculator. So the natural log, remember our e is going to be, actually we can actually use the one above it. So we can hit second natural log and type in a 5. And then again, just close it out with the parentheses, and notice the calculator says it's 5 as well. Okay, so natural log and log, those are our two special logarithms, and they are found on your calculator.